as you've been speaking, Manoj Tiwari has now taken the lead. Okay, so the official figures of the Election Commission of India from Delhi say BJP leading in 3, the Aam Aadmi Party leading in 1, and the Congress leading in 1. That is just flipped around. In Manipur, the NDA ally is leading in 1. The Congress is expected to win the other, but we don't have an update there. Very, very interesting battle is happening. Let me try to rope in RP Singh into this conversation. RP Singh, how are you feeling this morning, sir? Let's start with your hometown in Delhi. How's Delhi shaping up?
Well, Delhi is a clear sweep. I mean, we are going to win all 7 seats without fail, and then is going to repeat the last 2 times parliamentary election result. See, understand, Rishabh, Delhi has seen the way Kejriwal has performed. Hindi की कहावत है कि काट के हांडी एक बार 2 बार चढ़ती है, हर बार नहीं चढ़ती. So it's not going to happen again and again. People have seen through the tricks and the gimmicks of Mr. Kejriwal. On ground, he is not performing, and on top of it, he is leading a corrupt government. So it's a matter of time that he will lose Delhi Assembly also.
Okay. Sir, as we speak, what is the figure? Is it still 400? Is that what you're still hoping for?
As I said, it will be a clean sweep, 7 out of 7, and then mark my word, none of the seats will get less than 57 or 58% of vote. We will poll almost 57 to 58% of poll votes in each of the seats. Margins might be little less than 1 or 2 seats, but our vote poll is going to be almost the same number which I am telling you.
Okay. Before I get in, Amol, let me get Anmol Pawar in to respond to this. Anmol, I'm sure there's a bit of nervousness, but also I'm assuming a bit of excitement, because regardless of how it goes, you're going to have your first Lok Sabha members of parliament by this evening. Where do you think are the best bets?
Vineet we are not nervous. We are very confident of our victory. We are winning all the 7 seats in Delhi, and India Alliance is forming a stable government. In Punjab also, the figure will be 13-0, because we have worked for the people of Delhi and Punjab, and people recognize the hard work which our leader has done. There's not a single case of corruption which has been proved. These are just mere allegations which are made by Bharatiya Janata Party in order to defame our leader. They have failed to prove any case of corruption.
Okay, just stay with me. I'm going to go through the figures because that's what matters right now. Look at the figure in Uttar Pradesh for the Samajwadi Party in terms of leads. The official figure is also now from the Election Commission at 19. This is going to be the battleground where the decision is either won or lost when it comes to the BJP in itself aspiring to get 272 seats or not. The rest of it, cancels out. You win some, you lose some. But the UP seats have to hold. They have to get at least 65 between their allies from UP. Currently, the Samajwadi Party is in a good position. It is currently at the 3rd rank in terms of the official leads from the Election Commission at 19. We've got a figure of 29 on our screens. Very, very interesting battle happening in Uttar Pradesh. Sumit, come in on this.
One of the leads that the Samajwadi Party is from Ayodhya, which is very interesting.
Which would be very, very interesting. Sumit, come in on this. I know it's still early.
Rishabh ji, you can safely take it from me. BJP is going to cross with its allies 70 plus 72. That is the number.
I mean, if you're looking at the
Joyita, go ahead.
If you're looking at the ECI website, Ajay Rai is leading over Mr. Modi by 6,000 votes. That is not going to hold. There's no way that is going to happen. So it's ridiculous.
Are you just making Ajay Rai feel bad? Okay.
72, sir.
Give him his 15 seconds of fame. I was leading Narendra Modi in the national elections. Okay.
Snapshot that and keep
I would just save it and just call it a day and go home. Bring out the laddus.
That itself is a win for him, perfect.
Yeah, but that's not the election commission.
Exactly, the postal ballot does.
Yeah.
They generate so much of euphoria.
Now Basur is leading
for the opposition.
Yeah, but
1 hour or 2.
Okay. After that, euphoria for the opposition, it might all flip. Okay, Sayyid, do you think Ajay Rai is going to hold it against Narendra Modi in Varanasi?
Well, like I said, Rishabh sir, why it's a pleasure, because I must compliment you, sir. You are at your wittiest best today. And Ajay Rai, अरे बंदे को 15 सेकंड का फ्रेम तो लेने दो. Undoubtedly, hands down, Modi ji is winning the seat, and Ajay Rai, bhai, enjoy your 15 seconds of fame.
Okay, but the figures on our screen, ladies and gentlemen, UP does matter, okay? Tamil Nadu, the DMK is doing really well. They'll be very happy with how the postal ballots have gone. It boils down to the subtleties. So what you are seeing from the results this morning is that there are about 40. So the trends in about 350 seats is pretty clear. But there are still 100, 150 seats where we don't know yet, and you're pretty now sure that at least 40, 50 are going to be close battles. And every seat matters.
UP jiska Bharat uska. We
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to
pretty
remember
much.
that.
And every seat matters.
Uttar Pradesh is a very significant force to reckon with.
Yeah, just
when you see the
keep an eye on the top
India.
of your screens also, because the TDP is leading in 9 out of the 12 seats reporting out of Andhra Pradesh. Keep an eye out. The government in Andhra Pradesh is expected to
And Odisha, actually, I'm more excited about the Odisha government.
Odisha numbers also at the top of your screens very early right now, because the numbers are reporting from Odisha are only 2, of which the BJP is leading in 1. In fact, 3 of the BJP leading in 2 and the BJD leading in 1. There are 147 assembly constituencies. So we are a long way to go in terms of what the official results and of course the polling results that we are getting from our people on the ground, of what the polling officers are returning unofficially. That is telling you 4 for the Aam Aadmi Party, 29 for the DMK, 17 for the TMC. The BJP at 245. They've been around the 245 mark since the last 45 minutes. They want to be at the 300 mark. Forget the rest. They want to be at the 300 mark. So there are still 55 seats worth fighting. The Congress wants to be at the 100 mark. They'll be happy if they land up where they are currently. Okay. So there is still 55 in it to win it competitions that need to happen. If the India Alliance comes anywhere near 200, they are going to consider it a good day in the office. They're going to be thrilled if that were to happen. Joyita, so much still to fight for. There are still going to be some close seats, and those close seats are going to matter. And in the end, I think UP is going to probably decide it once again.
Yes, but at the same time, it's interesting, Rishabh, that what we were expecting, it's going to be one-sided. That is not happening, especially in UP. So I think all these. I mean, frankly, as a person who truly believes in India and Indian democracy, I'm very happy to see that everybody has to fight for every vote.
Yeah.
And all that canard that is being spread about India, about the backsliding of democracy, and ensure that the elections are not stolen, each and every person is being proven wrong today.
Okay, a lot of people will try to have their cake and eat it too. Yeah, quick thoughts, and then I want to get in more guests.
I would keep an eye on Maharashtra.
Yeah,
because there are going to be about 20 seats there which will go down to the wire.
Maharashtra,
And especially not BJP seats, but these 4 parties from the 2 what has become 4 is going to be very interesting.
Maharashtra,
Ultimately,
Karnataka, West Bengal, and
those 20
Odisha.
seats will really matter.
Odisha, if it flips,
Odisha
Bengal, I think is probably flipping as we see. Flipping means that it's 50-50 between the BJP and TMC with advantage BJP rather than advantage TMC. That's a flip. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
BJD also is going to lose, not all of it, but the BJP will have the higher number of Lok Sabha seats, and the assembly matters. In Maharashtra is looking very complicated. Karnataka is stabilizing. But UP is where the battleground currently is. UP is where the focus is. Let me quickly get, meanwhile, Mayank Kumar Sinha joining us of the JDU. Mayank ji, how's it looking this morning?
Hello.
Mayank ji, how are you feeling this morning, sir? More confident, less confident?
We are
Just an hour to go.
We are feeling good. And अभी आने वाले टाइम में हम लोग बिल्कुल 400 के पार जाएंगे.
हम लोग नहीं.
अभी तो रुझान है और रुझान परिणाम में बदलेंगे एनडीए के पक्ष में.
Okay, let me just go again through the election commission figures. The BJP, which has already won 1 seat in Surat, is currently leading in 143. So 144 are the official leads. The Congress in 53. The Samajwadi Party still leading in 27 seats. Chandrababu Naidu is leading in 10. The Communist Party of India is leading in 4. The Aam Aadmi Party leading in 4. The Shiv Sena under Uddhav Thackeray is leading in 3. The Shiv Sena under Shinde is leading in 6. The JDS is holding on to its lead in 2, expected to win both now. The YSRCP only leading in 2 seats. The JDU only leading in 1. The LJP only leading in 1. The RJD also only leading in 1. Bihar is reporting the least number of seats right now. We are expecting the Communist Party of India to take the 1 seat, which they are leading in currently. The Shiromani Akali Dal is now leading in 1. So they have now entered into the list finally. It's going to be very, very interesting. Keep an eye on that UP figure, because if the Samajwadi Party gets anywhere near the number that is currently on your screens, Akhilesh Yadav is going to be one of the most important political forces re-emerging, or 1 hour later, it could all come up to nothing. Joyita, it's the UP battle.
But can I bring in?
Priya, go ahead. Priya, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, about Akhilesh Yadav, I have met him last week in UP, and he was very confident of the fight that they were fighting. And the whole problem, I think, also was between the alliances, which we are seeing translating on ground, also was that though there was campaigning and there was crowds, the Samajwadi Party machinery was, he's saying, the cadres or whatever, they were more in place to translate the votes at the ballot boxes. The Congress, it always happens. The Congress gets the crowds, but the problem is that they don't manage to translate that into votes. They don't have the cadre and the discipline on the ground for that. The second problem in this alliance was that the campaign, Akhilesh was taken to all the areas where the Congress was campaigning, but the Congress didn't do a joint campaign with the Samajwadi Party in the Samajwadi Party seats. I don't know whether he needed them or not, but at the end of the day, it was Akhilesh Yadav who was leading the opposition against the BJP in Uttar Pradesh. He was the face of the opposition, and the seats that he counted are pretty much,
okay, long way to go, long way to go. Quick update. Smriti Irani now trailing from Amethi. Dharmendra Yadav is leading meanwhile. Dinesh Lal Yadav is also trailing at this point of time, we are being told. That's the UP seat, which it might just be a Samajwadi Party lead currently. I'm trying to get you figures as fast as they're coming. Joyita, quickly, the battle for UP.
The battle for UP is turning out to be interesting. Of course, you have to look at it, the lead numbers. Sometimes the leads are maybe in 1,000, 2,000, 6,000, that kind of a thing. But yes, it is definitely not a one-sided sweep by the BJP. And obviously, that is something the BJP needs to ponder, whether the opposition's attempt to divide the election along caste lines has worked or not, because that is what we have been hearing, especially towards the end phases, that, that Hindutva factor was not working anymore. It was all about caste, and it seems like a lot of the Dalit vote has shifted to the Samajwadi Party alliance.
Okay,
so
the BJP. One second. Priya, you go first. Then
the Dalit vote has shifted, I think, in the western UP belt, but in the eastern UP, I think the Dalit vote has gone to the BJP side. So Dalit vote hasn't also shifted like one.
Okay, quickly,
let's not say this has shifted and that has shifted. I think at least half the counting needs to take place first before we make any.
We are still in our way. We are giving each other company for sure.
Yeah, no, we are looking at trends. Yeah.
No, I'm waiting. I'm looking at 40 to 43% BJP vote share will lead to Samajwadi Party picking up seats. But in Uttar Pradesh, if BJP crosses 45% vote share cumulatively in Uttar Pradesh alone, then there will be a sweep, as Sumit said, 70 to 72 seats.
Okay, Sumit, quickly.
But they're still leading in numbers.
Rishabh, too early, the margins will be less, but I'm still confident 70, 72 is what the number will look like. It's too early to comment.
Okay.
But yes, UP is proving to be a fight right now.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. It is a fight. It's turning to be a very, very interesting fight. It's still very early, ladies and gentlemen, because as Joyita pointed out, Ajay Rai is not going to win Varanasi, okay? And so one of the figures there for the India alliance is Varanasi. So that's not going to hold, right? There you have it on your screens. It's flipped as we speak, right?
They're all going to flip.
So what is now clearly emerging as we hit 9:30, that it is an NDA government that is returning at the center.
Correct.
What the battle is for every seat, and that battle is still important, so we've still got a few hours to go, because the BJP wants 300. They don't want 270, they don't want 275, they want 300, and they don't want anything other than that. The NDA would like to have 350. The Congress would like to have roughly where they are, and if they can make it 200, it will be amazing. If the India alliance makes it anywhere near 200, they'll think they have done a fabulous performance, okay? Because 295 was never going to happen. So it is still an interesting conversation to have. It's still an interesting result, because regardless of the fact that the 272 mark has already been crossed by an alliance and it's held for the past 1 hour, is likely to hold, probably likely to easily improve from there. How much it improves is still a point of conversation that we quickly need to have. Let me quickly get in RP Singh back into this conversation. Mr. Singh, if you're still with us, what are you making now, sir? Because how much of this do you really still expect is going to head towards the plus 300, plus 400 marks?
Well, Rishabh, these are all the indicators. I mean, just wait for another probably hour and a half. By 11 o'clock, you will have a clear direction on how the nation is voting, which the trends will be much more clearer. Since at least 7-8 rounds will be through by that time, and I'm very hopeful that we'll achieve the target which we have thought of, and also that we'll perform very well. You were asking about Delhi earlier. We'll perform very well in Delhi also, and we'll ensure that we'll get all 7 seats in Delhi.
Okay, Anmol Panwar, how are you feeling now at this point of time? What is the feedback that you're getting? More confidence that you're winning? You're winning a few seats for sure, but where do you figure what your number is now?
So we are winning all the seats in Delhi and Punjab, and even RP Singh ji is not admitting these figures. So we must not get swayed by these early trends, because these are just preliminary numbers and they are not definitive results. We are pretty confident of our victory. We have been saying this since past 1 week, because we have spoken to all our supporters, and the sense which we are getting from the ground and the kind of work which we have done, which resonated with the people of this country. They are certainly bringing us to power this time, and India Alliance is forming the government.
Okay, so if you are still hopeful 1.5 hours in, well, guess what? There's 1 more hour, 2 more hours to feel hopeful, then we'll know for sure. But the Aam Aadmi Party is not a loser, because it's at 0. Every seat is a win, and they're definitely opening their Lok Sabha tally this time around. How many of those seats? 6 on your screens right now. Is the Aam Aadmi Party leading in. The TMC currently leading in 19. The Samajwadi Party down to 32. Very, very interesting leads are going on. Let me get Chitra ji back into this conversation. Chitra ji, I'm not saying it's stabilizing. It's going to change a lot. But what's the feedback that you're getting? Little bit more hopeful, little less hopeful?
Not just hopeful. Now we are extremely confident about what the results are, and let me just tell you that these numbers which are speaking for itself, and as we speak, you know, the India Alliance has actually crossed the 200 mark. Okay, so what I wanted to say is that this is the complete confidence of the people into the on the Nyaya Patra that we had come up with, and we had gone to the masses with our 5 Nyayas and 25 guarantees, and the people have actually given the confidence into that respective Nyaya Patra. Also, I would like to say that, you know, the OBC, SC, ST community, which constitutes 85% of the population of our country, they have imposed faith again into the Congress party for the caste census, and that is definitely going to be a reality in the near future.
Okay, what would be a good result for the Congress? So, ma'am, the Congress is not getting a 150, 160 seats for sure, but what would be a good result? Would you be happy if you make it to 80, 90, 100?
So we are already very happy since the beginning because we got a good head start, as I said. But yes, we are very much sure that at least 125 plus the Congress party should get, and as Rahul ji had said, 295 definitely the India Alliance will take them.
Okay, still hopeful. The BJP, according to the Election Commission officially posted results, is leading in 168 seats. The Congress in 65. The BJP already having 1-1. The figures on your screens of what we're getting reported from on the ground is telling you the BJP is leading in 244. That figure has stabilized. The NDA now leading in 291. So the NDA is well more than comfortable. Even swing seats that swing cancel each other around. Okay, but there are still 40-50 seats to watch out for. There are still 24 seats from which results are yet to be posted. Leads and trails are yet to be posted, and the BJP wants 300. The Congress for sure would want a little bit over what they've got right now, and they are going to be thrilled if that happens. They will consider it. Let me get Syed back into this conversation. Syed ji, how do you think this is firming up? Because we are seeing a lot of swings still happening, but it's creeping up. It's not 10-15 for the Congress. It's at least 70-80.
Absolutely. Rishabh Sabha, as a matter of fact, one very interesting Congress seat in the year 2019 was the only seat that they won in Karnataka, and that was DK Suresh. What is surprising is he's trailing by 46,000 votes. So that is supposed to be a gud, a bastion of the DK brothers, DK Shivkumar, DK Vinod, and DK Suresh.
Yeah.
If he's going to lose, let me tell you something very interesting very quickly. He's up against a candidate who is Devegowda ji's, he's Damad. Not just that, Jayadava Hospital, one of the largest and best heart cardiac hospitals, he has been a messiah for the people of Karnataka. Dr. C.N. Manjunath, a candidate to look out for. If he is going to beat DK Suresh, let me tell you, he's going to be a giant slayer from the south. What Smriti Irani did in Amethi is going to be repeated by Dr. C.N. Manjunath of the BJP.
Okay.
Here in
So the news for the Congress from Karnataka is not good. They are currently leading in only 8 seats. They would have wanted double digits and more in Karnataka. The Delhi is also swinging. As you can see, Banswari Swaraj is now in the lead in New Delhi against Somnath Bharti of the Aam Aadmi Party. Expect this to happen because the chunk of the seats have reported. So now you know the trend of the election. The trend of the election is advantage BJP NDA, no surprises. But how much advantage BJP and NDA is still to be figured out in the subtleties of the next couple of hours. And yes, as we were discussing, Prajwal Revanna is indeed leading from Hassan. K. Annamalai, however, after the first round of counting of the EVMs, is still trading. Manoj Tiwari now back in the lead in Delhi. So Delhi is flipping as we speak from where it was just a short while ago. But the story of the moment right now is Akhilesh Yadav and his potential performance in Uttar Pradesh, and that is going to be something dramatic. Remember, Akhilesh Yadav sitting at 5, expected to win only 10 to 15. If he gets anything more than that, he is going to be back, and he is going to be the third largest party, political party in the country after the BJP and the Congress. And if he gets that number, he will have upset the apple cart for the Bharatiya Janata Party in UP. That hasn't happened yet, because one of those upsetting the apple carts, as I just mentioned, is a lead for Ajay Rai of the Congress in Varanasi, which of course he's not going to take. There are a few lakh
But that's not part of the SP's 20.
Yeah, it's not part of the SP's 34. No, it's not part of the SP's 34.
If you go into the UP SP results, right now some of the leads are 294, 466, 2,500.
Yeah, it's hundreds of votes, not thousands of votes.
Except for Mayanpuri, Dimple Yadav has consolidated to almost 15,000 votes. I would say Aonla is 10,000, Itawa 7,000, Sant Kabir Nagar, some of these, except for that 100, 200 stuff like that.
Nice, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know that the election result is going as people thought it was going. But it is at least a contest, something for us to talk about at least 9:30 in the morning. Good to see that there are a few seats that are still nervous, even if it is for the local candidates, because they have to go back to the boss and report whether they won or not, and their careers are also at stake. The Congress figure is up a little bit. It's still a few hundred votes here and there, but up a little bit. Remember, the Congress was sitting at 55. Anything more than 75, they are going to be thrilled if that happens. Because let's be realistic, Priya, they were not looking at getting 200, 300 seats on their own.
No, they were not. In fact, they were contesting the lowest number of seats ever. I think 368 or something is the figure, which has been lowest that the Congress has contested even earlier when they've been in pre-poll alliances. So it was a realistic call. I think it was a smart move from the Congress. Seats where they could win and take on the BJP, they took them on. Seats where they felt the allies would have a better chance, like UP, for instance, they did not fight for a larger share. So I think at the end of the day, the Congress did fight a smart campaign. Fine, they're losing, but at the if you have to also give them some credit for the fact that how they came up with a decent manifesto. They didn't fall into the trap of Hindu-Muslim. Rahul didn't do his temple hopping. They focused on what issues they wanted to focus on, whether we can decide there were good issues or bad, for instance, the caste reservations or the constitution canard that they spread. But they kind of dictated the narrative. Rahul Gandhi just woke up too late. That is the problem with the Congress and the alliance. On ground, Rishabh, it has held. Whatever you may say, the TMC also, it was a strategic part for the Mamta not to divide the anti-Mamta votes, which is why she didn't go in for alliance with the Congress. So all the naysayers who said that this alliance is going to have too many egos, I think it has held on ground. I mean, it has held on paper. On ground, of course, we saw the little bit of differences. The problem in the alliances probably could have been perhaps with the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress, because they on ground in Punjab were not fighting together, and in fact that became the big problem.
Okay, let me take you through as many figures as I can because they're coming in as we speak. The BJP as of 9:34 a.m. is now once again leading in all 7 seats in Delhi. Yogendra Chandolia has taken a lead of 33,000 votes. He is expected to now take that seat. Misa Bharti, meanwhile, is leading in her seat. In Himachal Pradesh, Anurag Thakur has already taken a 20,000 vote lead. He'll probably take that seat. In Kangra, Rajiv Bhardwaj has taken a 43,000 lead. He's probably going to take that seat. In Mandi, Kangana Ranaut is already leading by 11,000 votes. Good. In Shimla, Suresh Kashyap is already leading by 16,000 votes. These battles are now solidifying as we speak. Let me look at a little bit at UP if I can with the latest information we have. Bansari Swaraj is leading by 2,000 votes, which is why you're seeing that seat flip around multiple times because it's still a tighter contest. Compare the 2,000 vote margin to a 40,000 vote lead in just the first round of counting. So that seat is gone. Mahesh Sharma from Noida leading by 40,000 votes, expected to win that seat now. Rajendra Solanki of the Baspa leading by 10,000 votes, expected now to lead that seat. In Mahendranagar, the Samajwadi Party leading by 15,000 votes, expected now to hold that seat. Mahesh Sharma I've already mentioned. In Gautam Budh Nagar, the BJP is leading as I've just mentioned. Okay. In Khagadia, Rajesh Verma is now taken the lead. We've already mentioned through Himachal Pradesh. In Mumbai South, we are being told that as we speak, there is a lead of the Shiv Sena by 23,000 votes.
Which Shiv Sena?
So this is the Shiv Sena of Eknath Shinde. The UBD Sena is behind. So the Mumbai South seat is expected to be going to Shiv Sena under Shinde. Now let's have a look in South Delhi. The Aam Aadmi Party leading or was leading by a few hundred votes. They've fallen behind now. These are the leads and trends coming in at this point of time. I'm trying to process them as fast as possible. Very, very interesting. The battle on your screens right now, ladies and gentlemen, is telling you that the Congress is creeping up in a few of the leads. The Samajwadi Party is holding on to some of the leads. The BJP is solidifying, but some of those seats are still switching rapidly. But some of them are now done and dusted. The battlegrounds are over as we speak. Priya, come in on this. As we are now seeing every minute that passes, one seat or the other gets more solidified. We are coming closer to a result.
No, and the result, I would say yes, it is expected lines in terms of the figures, but in terms of some of the dynamics, whether the BJP gets its 290, 300 plus or 330 through various things, but who are the people who are coming up, coming down at the cost of which allies? The Samajwadi Party's performance I am looking at particularly closely because, UP, as we said, is the state where it decides the future. Prime Minister and, the BJP may win the state right now from the elections, but is going to at least give some chance of an opposition to come up and stand up. The opposition figures, where the Congress is concerned, also I'm looking at the other allies. RJD, Congress is winning. It may not exceed, the opposition figures may not exceed, of course, to form the government, but at least the opposition Congress is solidifying, is making its presence felt. It may be at the expense of the RJD, it may be at the expense of other allies, but Congress is holding its own in the, I always say there are two election narratives. For the BJP, the target is 272, for the Congress, the target is 100. So Congress is meeting its target, BJP is meeting its target. Okay,
you're seeing Kamalji Sehrawat of the Bharatiya Janata Party now leading by 13 votes. This is happening in Delhi. In Ghaziabad, the Bharatiya Janata Party leading by 10,000 votes, expected to win that as we speak. Shambhavi Chaudhary of the NDA, the youngest, one of, I think if not the youngest, likely winner of the Lok Sabha at the age of 25, is leading in Samastipur, expected to hold that seat. It's going to be a big ticket item if she does. Syed Abbas, come in on this, come in on how things are stabilizing.
Can I make a quick point about...
okay, just let me go to Syed, then I'll come into Jayata. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Rishabh Saab, I honestly believe that, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And it's always great to see young guns, young trailblazers coming through. As much as I might disagree with many of the BJP leaders, but let me tell you, there are some fantastic leaders who need to come and shine through. K.R. Namala is one of them. Not just him, but Tejasvi Surya from Bangalore South and many others who could really make it a formidable front. Not just Anil Antony is also a very interesting candidate from Kerala. So I would definitely want to see a big win for youngsters in the parliamentary constituency so that they could raise the issues which matter to the youth. Issues which matter about employment, issues which matter about education and many more. So yes, it's a big thumbs up
Okay.
to the 2024
Okay,
parliamentary
Ladakh
election.
is probably flipping from a sitting BJP MP. That's probably along expected lines. That's what we were expecting to happen. And Haji Hanifa Jan is currently leading by about 2,000 votes. Still a long way to go. In Delhi, Rambir Singh Baduri is now leading by 40,000 votes. He's expected to win that seat. Gopal Thakur, meanwhile, in Darbhanga, is ahead. In Shopal, Dileshwar Kamath of the Bharatiya Janata Party is in the lead. More results coming in. I'm going to keep on knocking them away as soon as I can. Joyita, sorry, you want to make a point? Go ahead.
Yeah, in UP, BJP has taken a lead over SP. So, numbers are kind of, I told you about, 100, 200 votes and all those seats, BJP has started taking a lead. So let us not yet call UP about, it is going the Samajwadi Party way. It may not happen that way.
Okay, it might
can I
flip.
bring in the stock market? I believe the stock market is down.
Has taken
the stock market
big
is
hit.
down.
Market is watching TV. They're a bit nervous. They want the BJP to get 272. That's what they were expecting.
No, they
after
want
the
them to
exit
get
polls.
400 par. 272, I think
400
stock market is
par.
okay,
Okay,
but
okay.
that the exit polls have to come true for the stock market to go up.
Okay.
Because the stock market really shot up yesterday.
Stock market, remember, the stock market went up 3.5% in the past couple of days. Okay.
Yes.
So.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.